So today I did the fan switch on the car, and now I'm blacking out the dash. I've been wanting this dash black since I got it because white or light gray, whatever you want to call that color, does not suit it. Got everything taped off. I'm getting ready to hit it with 220 primer and paint it. Nothing special, just, there's no reason to get it all special when everything looks like that. So gotta do the inside of this and everything. Stereo's covered. Yep, but lower, upper windows taped off and everything. And the dash will be done and in black and looking way better. Got the dash in dark gray primer right now. It's drying. We'll let that sit up pretty good. And we'll paint this stuff out here while we're waiting on that. Then we'll get it all cleaned up and start putting like the center back on and everything like that. I'm not going to paint that right now. I'm just going to leave it and let it look vintage, But it's moving pretty quick. We'll put the dash back together all the way, start running our speaker wires for the back, and clean it up a little bit. I haven't put the door window seals in yet. They kind of suck. The ones I got, they're rubber and they don't really bend all too well. I still haven't decided if I'm going to do a 4-door or not a 4-door, but a 2-door 4-seat or a 2-door 2-seat. Because this back comes out, this is wood. So I haven't figured that out yet, but dash first, one thing at a time. There we go, got the dash all glossy and looking sexy. Done with that. I'm going to let it dry overnight because that is Rust-Oleum. I got the trims all done. That's pretty much ready to go. I see a little bit of flat here on there. This might need another coat tomorrow, but I got to clean up WrestleMania night 2. So let's get it done. Get it out of here. But I got a bit done today. I have the fan switch. It works now. All good. Upgraded the power wire, charging wire, shall I say. It was charging at like 11 to like 12 and a half, maybe 13. Since I put that on there, 14 all the time. It needed that bad. So charging faster, working better, less stress. I do know that this belt right here is a bit kittywampus, but I think that pulley is a little bent. So I might need to look into a pulley. That's going to be fun. Small block Chevy stuff though, so easy. Yes, it is a Plymouth with a Chevy small block in it. You can suck it. So, done for tonight. Let's clean up. Got the dash all untaped. God, that looks good now. But that's all I can mess with this right now. I have got to go get these gauges done on the Studebaker. So, this is going to sit for now. When I get back, or when I get anything done, I'm going to cut the bolts that are stuck into this piece so I can put it back in, bolt it down, and that'll be done with the dash, period. Then I gotta work on pulling this back floor out and making room for a seat when I can find one. I need one like this, but I don't know what it's out of, so I have to figure that out. So what I was trying to do was use these factory bolt holes for mounting the gauges, and it's just not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drill some holes through the actual dash straight into the gauge plate thing I made. Probably one here, and then one here and here. And I'm going to use that to mount the gauges, because these screws where I was pretty much marking in the blind, they're offset, they don't fit. I've already broke 2 of the tabs off that I welded on because trying to get it to force fit, it's not going to work. So that's my only option really, is to put them here and here, which as you can see, this one's bigger than that one. That's just the way the gauges are in. I can't get them perfect. I tried to. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to drill some holes and go from there. This 47 can't handle it today. I made some progress. Yes, sir. I'm going to put that lower piece in now. And these gauges will be done except for wiring them. Finally. So while I'm enjoying some programming here, I got the gauges in. And now I'm going to work on wiring them. There's the harness right there for the actual gauges, and this is the harness I made. Now I just got to make them work together. Lots of soldering and shrinking getting ready to happen for sure. But I'm trying to blow through this, trying to get as much done as I can. All wired up. Bolts, oil, temp, I just started it. RPM gauge works. Your lights work. And turn. High beam. Gauges are done. It's missing like crazy. It needs a tune up, but it's done. Turn the lights back off. Done. So this is what I've been tasked with today. I've already pulled the front clip pretty much off of it, but now I got to get this bumper off here. I'm just gonna slice and dice it right down through there and try to get somewhere here to slice and dice it, probably through there. Yeah, get that off there because it's got to get cut. Frame rails have got to be straightened. These have got to be straightened. I've got to put a new fan on it. Radiator core. Needs a new AC line. Headlight plug is completely gone. Yep, but it's almost, tore apart. And then we'll start turning the front end off of this other truck. Now, yes, this is a Ram. This Ram out here, that white one, is the Ram I am getting the Hemi out of. So those parts are going to fix this truck, and then the Hemi's mine when he's done with it. Yes, sir. So let's get back to work here. Sawzall time. So that's the one I pulled the front clip and everything off of the core, and this is what I pulled the front end off to fix that one. But also, this is my Hemi. This is the 5.7 I'm getting. Got a good deal on it. I'm actually getting all of the harness, anything but like the body panels and suspension stuff. It's mine. All the electricals, harnesses, and cool, because I checked on a, like a standalone harness. That's the cheap harness for that computer, so I am winning right now. He's going to take that clutch fan because I don't need it. Mine's going to have electric fans. But I pulled all this today. Tomorrow I'll pull this bumper off and we'll cut some horns off the frame to fix that one. These got to come off. We'll have to take off whatever's holding this stuff, unbolt these, drill out the spot welds, pull them out, and those will go on the black truck also, both sides. But I'm wore out. I've been killing it pretty good today, so I'm done for today. I know this ain't the normal stuff you see because most of my channel's hot rod stuff, which is basically what the channel is, but this one's coming out of here today. This one actually had a fire in the dash, and I really haven't decided if we're going to replace the harness or just use this as a parts truck. I know somebody right now goes, what? Parts truck? But it just hasn't been decided yet. We're probably going to fix it. But this one's got to go out. The black one that I cut the front end off got to come up here today. We got to use the chains, pull it straight, make sure everything's right and tight. And yeah, we'll get it back to the point where we can start putting the white front end on it and get it off the paint. But right now, this one's got to get out of here. So I just finished cleaning up a majority of the shop and we had a big giant rain, so this was all like thick muddish, so I had to clean it up. No big deal. It's all part of the day. But yep, let's get this on out of here. We'll get the other one brought up from down at the other garage and start doing some pulling and stretching. So the truck's out. We decided to wash all the mud out of here. There's a drain in that corner. So now I got this blower thing on. It's on its half-life there. Gonna let it blow dry the floor. And we're gonna go get the other truck and bring it up here and get ready to start pulling on it. Moving all the chains out of the way so we pull it in, we don't run over it. And we'll have to move the truck again to get it to pull. But, yep, that's about it for today. We'll get the other one up here. We'll probably be done for today. It's already 4, so it'll probably be 4:35 o'clock and be done. But it's a good amount of done today. Tore into the white truck some more to pull parts for the black truck. But need to do a lot more cleaning. It's a chilly Thursday. I am going to attempt to bleed the brakes on this and change the oil today. But right now, I'm working on my centered piece for my dash. This is it. I already pulled off the Mayflower and the Plymouth. Yes, I did say Mayflower. I'll show you. The boat on the older Plymouths is a Mayflower. The Mayflower, actually. Not a Mayflower, the Mayflower. Yeah, so I'll put that in there. I might paint the Plymouth white. It's metal too. But this, I was going to go with aged copper, and my Walmart don't have it because we have a joke of a Walmart. It's too small. So this is champagne bronze. Metallic champagne bronze. I hope it looks good. It looked good online, so I'm going to cut these screws off that are completely rotten, the nuts. And I'm going to scuff this and shoot it. See how it looks. Alright, so I've hit this with the scuff pad. And then I actually wire wheeled it because I couldn't get it good enough. It's not perfect. So I'm just going to hit it with one light coat of this champagne bronze. And the reason I'm going to hit it with one light coat first is because I don't know for sure if this needs primer or not. So I want to see what the coverage of this stuff is. And you can see it's got a real nice bronzy look to it already. But I want to see what color this is. If it's good. If it covers well. If it covers well. And if it does, then I'll just, paint it as normal. But if it don't, then I might need to hit it with some light gray primer. So let's find out. Let's see what we get. Ooh. Kind of bronzy. I think it'll work for what I'm looking for. It does cover pretty good, so yeah. I don't think we'll need primer. It's pretty good. It's not bad. Hopefully it gets a little, I don't know, bronzier and more metallic as it dries. But we'll let that be the first coat. We'll let that dry. The camera don't really pick it up good. But it's bronze. I would call it bronze. So, not bad. We'll give this 2 or 3 coats. And we'll check it afterwards. So we have coat 2 now. And this stuff is actually absorbing real strong into this piece of... I don't know if it's aluminum. It's not aluminum, it's heavy. It's probably actually bronze. But it's sucking in there. I doubt it's pot metal. It could be. I'm not sure. I'm not a metallurgist. Is that what they're called? Metallurgist? Anyway. Second coat on. It's actually looking real nice. I like it. So that'll be good. I'm going to check it one more time after it dries again and see if it needs a third coat. If it needs a third coat, I'll hit it and it'll be done. Then just got to tape off all the black I did on the dash the other day and paint all the little strips bronze. Fun. And I'm also going to paint my gauge rings that are chrome, the outside. I'm going to paint them this color too. It'll look real snazzy. So, cool. Alright, 2 coats. Looks pretty good. Shiny, dry. All the fins are clean. Yeah, so that's done. Now this little baby here, I'm going to try to wire wheel and hopefully not break it, because it's just a push clip. And I think I'll paint this white, because most of the Plymouth stuff you see is white. So that's about the only thing I can do with this, and then I'll put it back together. Still have to tape off the rest of the dash to do the strips on it, all that color. But I think black with this bronze sort of goldish looking color and red, it'll all mesh pretty good. But let's clean it up with my ancient bench grinder here. So I'm doing the bronze now. Got the dash all taped off. It's already sprayed. This side has 2 coats. That side has 1. And I actually have the centerpiece where you're supposed to be able to turn on the wiper motor and stuff over here with its first coat. Yeah, I think it looks good, all the bronze work. But we're going to let that dry a little bit. And while it's drying, I'm going to finish the sound deadening on this side. Get it done. And then, I don't know, it'll probably be done after this because it's getting chilly again already. Kentucky weather, you know. So, sound deaden. I need to put a second coat on that. Second coat on that. Oh God, it's attacking. What are you doing, geezer? What? What's up? Big fat cat. Alright, let's get back at this. Well, about to do the peel here. Start pulling off all this tape. Hopefully the black don't come with it. And I end up with a peeled apart dash. So, good so far. I'm going to peel all this stuff off and I'll cut you back on afterwards and we'll see if it survived the peel. So here it is, all done in bronze. I made the Plymouth white, still has a little Mayflower on it. I do not have a clock, an ashtray, or a radio for this. I'm trying to find one, even if they don't work, I don't care. You know, this would be cool if I like pulled the clock out that had the surround and everything to put it on and put a gauge or something behind it. The ashtray is just going to be a coin holder, of course, and the stereo, if I ever find one, will just be there again for looks, or if I can find the block off plates, but they're expensive when they have one, which is like just random. So I think the bronze looks killer on here. Now I'm going to focus my efforts to finishing the sound deadening, going onto the roof. I got to pull this all down. I need to get another piece for back here of the bubble and glue it on. Those are all glued. This side's down. I've got to measure where I want my speaker to go on both sides, and that's got to get cut. But as far as the dash goes, I like it. The bronze and black look killer. I am not 100% sure, but I'm also thinking about painting either the dash, the steering wheel, not the dash, the steering wheel, bronze, and black out that, and bronze, you know, the shifter, and maybe even do bronze door handles on it. I'm not sure yet. I just know I like the bronze and black on here because it was originally bronze. So it looks pretty cool. Now that the dash is done, we pulled this side back out, and I've measured where I want my speaker to be, which is about right there. So marked it on our template piece, which is basically what we're using this piece for, onto the full sheet, and we're getting ready to cut it. Got it marked all around. Here's the speaker hole. Yep. And we're going to have plenty left over for kick panels and any other panels that I need to make. So let's cut it and get it back in there. Well, I have to cover it with fabric first, but it should fit perfect now. And these will just be templates for the other one. And it's basically what it is. It's you flip that whole thing over and you got your other side, because it's the same on both sides. So let's get to cutting. I'll still have plenty for everything. Those will be extras. I got 2 more sheets up there, so I have to go get one, bring it down, bring down the fabric and bring down the glue too. And I'll probably have to run and get a foam roller to put the glue on to cover all this stuff, which they're a lot smaller pieces than I thought they were. So awesome.